AGM from the registered office of the company at Bangalore. It is my privilege and I am delighted to welcome each one of you to the 15th annual general meeting of the company. Based on the details available, the shareholders login, I confirm that the requisite quorum is present and I hereby call the meeting to order. Before we start the main proceedings of the meeting, I would like to introduce the board of directors, CFO, CS, and other dignitaries present with me in this meeting. I request each member to acknowledge the introduction and I call their names. Starting with Mr. Karandan Mohammed Harris, Managing Director and CEO of the company. He is joining us from Bangalore. Mr. Karandan Mohammed Altaf, Full-time Director and CFO of the company. He is joining us from Bangalore. Mr. Karandan Mohammed Arif, Full-time Director and COO of the company. He is joining us from Bangalore. Mr. Karandan Abdul Razak, Non-Executive Director and Chairman of Stakeholders Relationship Committee. He is joining us from Bangalore. Mrs. Umaya Banu, Non-Executive Director. She is joining us from Bangalore. Mr. Ahmad Bawa, Independent Director, Chairman of CSR Committee. He is joining us from Bangalore. Mr. Narendra Kamath, Independent Director, Chairman of Nomination and Remuneration Committee. He is joining us from Bangalore. Mr. Mehboob Chalyan, Company Secretary and Compliance Officer. He is joining us from Bangalore. Representatives from Shah and Taparia, Chartered Accountants, statutory auditors of the company, representatives from Chetan Naik and Associates, the secretarial auditors of the company, also present through video conference. Statutory auditors, Shah and Taparia, Chartered Accountants, have expressed unqualified opinion in the audit report for the financial year 24-25. There were no qualifications, observations, or adverse comments on financial statements and matters, hence are not required to be read at this AGM. As the notice of AGM is already circulated to all the members, I take the notice convening the meeting as read. Now I request Mr. Karandan Mohammed Harris, Managing Director and CEO of the company, to share with you the key highlights of the company's performance for the year 24-25. Over to you, Mr. Harris.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am K. Mohammed Harris, and it's my privilege to serve as the Managing Director and CEO of the company and share our company's performance in financial year 2025. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to the 15th annual general meeting of Mukka Proteins Limited for the year 2025. Has been a year of transition while our financial performance was impacted by global uncertainties. Despite this, we made significant strategies moves to secure the future. We strengthened our presence in alternative proteins through increased stake in endoproteins during the financial year 2024 and 25. Our subsidiaries' pioneering work was recognized by our Honorable Prime Minister in Mann Ki Baat program. Now in Q2, we have acquired Fabco Bicycle and Bioproteins Technology Private Limited and secured the BBMP Bangalore project. These steps reflect our focus on diversification, sustainability, and long-term value creation. Now I request Mr. Altaf, the whole-time director and CFO of the company, to share with you the financial highlights of the company during the financial year 2024-25. Over to you, Altaf.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am K. Mohammed Altaf, and it's my privilege to serve as the whole-time director and CFO of the company. I would like to take a few minutes to take you through the highlights of the concluded financial year 2025. On a consolidated basis, the company recorded a decrease in the revenue from operations by 27.06%. The revenue from operations decreased to 1,006.42 crores during the financial year 2024-25 compared to 1,379.83 crores during the previous year. The profit before tax recorded a decrease of 31.09%. The profit before tax decreased to 60.27 crores during the financial year 24-25 compared to 87.46 crores during the previous year. The company also recorded a decrease in profit after tax by 35.27%. The profit from the period decreased to 48.10 crores during the financial year 24-25 compared to 74.31 crores during the previous year. On a standalone basis, the revenue from operations of the company decreased by 30.10%. Revenue from operations decreased to 886.74 crores during the financial year 24-25 compared to 1,268.54 crores. During the previous year, the profit before tax recorded a decrease of 26.61%. The profit before tax decreased to 52.58 crores during the financial year 24-25 compared to 71.65 crores during the previous year. The company also recorded a decrease in the profit after tax by 33.58%. The profit for the period decreased to 41.68 crores during the financial year 24-25 compared to 62.76 crores during the previous year. I would like to request Mr. Harish to share with the key highlights of the company during the financial year 24-25. Over to you, Harish.
Thank you, Altaf. Well, India remains the world's second largest fish producer, accounting for about 8% of global fish production, with total fish production reaching a record of 195 tons in 24-25, more than double its 2013-2014 level. India continues as the world's second largest aquaculture producer and holds a leading position in shrimp exports. The sector provides sustainable livelihoods to over 30 million people, mostly within the marginalized and vulnerable communities. Termed as the sunrise sector of the Indian economy, with the highest average decadal growth of 8.9% for the financial year 2014 to 2023 amongst allied sectors and agriculture. The Indian fisheries sector continues to make its mark and grow a very healthy pace. Mukka proteins has always been synonymous with fish meal and fish oil. However, for the last 2 years, we have been strategically diversifying into alternate proteins and sustainable waste management to future-proof our business. The major strategic milestones for our company includes Fabco acquisition on 2nd September 2025. We acquired a 51% stake in Fabco Biocycles and Fabco Bioprotein Technology Private Limited, a Cochin-based. This gives us proprietary technology in black soldier fly, waste to protein conversion, and a strong footprint in Cochin. Ento Protein subsidiary. We have increased our stake to 74% in Ento Proteins Private Limited, giving operational control to scale insect-based protein production. Bangalore BSF plant. We have been awarded a contract with BBMP to set up and operate 300 metric ton per day BSF-based wet waste management plant. This is our first large-scale project outside Bangalore, with plans to scale until 1,000 TPD in phases. MOA amendments. We have proposed amendment to include new business lines such as insect-based products, compost, humic and fulvic acids, and leachate treatment and waste management solutions in our memorandum of association. This is a direct reflection of our diversification strategy. Our subsidiaries work in Mangalore was praised by Honorable Prime Minister in his Man Ki Baat program. This national recognition has given us unprecedented visibility, making us a preferred partner for municipal and state level waste management contracts. At Mukka Proteins, sustainability is at the heart of our operations. We recognize the importance of responsible sourcing and environmentally friendly practices in ensuring the long-term success of our business and the well-being of the communities we serve. This year, we have made significant strides in reducing our environmental impact through innovative waste management practices and energy-efficient technologies. The insect meal and insect oil industry has entered a rapid growth phase driven by the need for sustainable circular economy, protein and lipid sources in animal nutrition. The demand for insect protein, mainly as an animal feed and pet food ingredient, could reach 500,000 metric tons by 2030, up from today's market of approximately 10,000 metric ton. Black soldier fly technology has potential to contribute significantly to India's circular economy by interlinking and converting organic waste, a nutrition rich input for animal protein industry. Going forward, we expect to enhance our production by expanding our presence and footprints in other cities as well. In conclusion, I would like to take this opportunity to express my gratitude to our customers, bankers, financial institutions, and central and state government bodies for their steadfast support and confidence. I'm also thankful to our partners, business associates, suppliers, and employees for their contributions to our shared success. Finally, I extend my appreciation to all our stakeholders and other shareholders and stakeholders for their continued trust. Now, I would like to request Mehboob to take up this agenda items.
Fish meal, fish oil, and fish-soluble paste in India and is well known globally. Mangalore is a beautiful coastal city of Karnataka, situated on the west coast of India, and is most popular for its fishing industry. It is surrounded by the Arabian Sea, and popular fish species like sardine and mackerel can be found abundantly on this coastline. As a result, Mangalore is widely known for exporting a wide range of fish and fish products worldwide. Mukka Protein Limited to hold the following certificates: EIC certified EU approved plant, GMP+, Chinese MOA and AQSIQ, ISO 22000 2018, ISO 9001 2015, and many more. It also holds the various awards like Financial Times Statista High Growth Companies Asia Pacific 2021-2022, Niryat Shri Award in 2010-11, awarded by the Federation of Indian Export Organisation, Marine Export Award for Outstanding Performance in Export, Marine Products Development Authority, India, The Economic Times, India's Growth Champions 2022, and many more. As sardine is available in great quantity and considered the best seafood, it is used to produce fish meal rich in protein and vitamins contents. The raw fish is brought in insulated vehicles in iced condition to the factory. Raw fish is being cooked through the cooker with live steam at 90 to 95 degree temperature. Cooked fish is then passed through a screw press to separate fish cake, oil and water. Fish cake is passed through the steam dryer to maintain moisture content of less than 6 to 8%. Further, it goes to the pulverizer to convert into powder form. Then the powdered fish meal is cooled down in a meal cooler to room temperature. Cooled fish meal is sieved using wire mesh to separate foreign partials before being packed in the HDPE bags. Then the finished product is moved to the warehouse for storage. The pressed liquid is passed through a centrifuge to separate the oil from the stick water and stored in oil tanks. The protein liquid is further processed in the multi-stage evaporator system, and the final product fish-soluble paste is obtained, which is widely used in animal feeds and organic fertilizer. Our in-house quality control personnel checks for the quality of the finished products in the microbiology laboratory and biochemistry laboratory to ensure the quality standards.
This is Kochi, a modern, fast-growing city. As the population increased, waste management had become one of the biggest challenges for the municipal corporation. The tons of organic waste have to be collected and processed with minimal resources and the least damage to the environment. One year ago, the Brahmapuram solid waste plant at Kochi was at the center of a major catastrophe. A massive fire ravaged the facility, making headlines around the world. The world watched as Brahmapuram became a symbol of the hazards associated with large-scale waste management. But today, Brahmapuram has witnessed a turnaround and a new chapter has begun. A significant portion of the biodegradable waste from the region is now being handled by a single company. Presenting Fabco Biocycle and Bioprotein Technology Private Limited, a subsidiary of Mukka Proteins Limited. In partnership with the Kochi Municipal Corporation, Fabco Biocycle has put in place an innovative, safe and sustainable process to manage the organic waste. As soon as we receive the waste, it is weighed, sorted and pulverized before processing. We utilize the BSF method, one of the most efficient and cost-effective processes in the world for managing organic waste. The process begins by spreading out the sorted and pulverized waste into thousands of flat trays. With our innovative vertical stacking system, our processing capacity per square meter is one of the highest in the world. It also gives us the capability to scale up our operations as needed, vertically within the space available. BSF stands for the black soldier fly. Millions of the fly's larvae are mixed with the waste in the trays. These larvae are nature's own waste processing machines. They eat the organic waste and convert it into nutrient-rich compost in just a few days, while other methods can take weeks and months. Being a natural process, the BSF method is non-polluting, more efficient, less costly, and uses far less area than other methods such as windrow composting or land filling. The organic compost produced by the BSF larvae is fiber-rich and is further cleaned and powdered into the final product. It is a natural, highly nutritious and non-toxic fertilizer and goes back into the soil, thus forming a circular economic cycle. Once the conversion of the waste into fertilizer is complete, the BSF larvae are harvested and collected separately. At Fabco Biocycle, even this used BSF larvae are processed and converted into protein-rich biofeeds, thus ensuring that nothing goes to waste. We leverage our parent company Mukka Proteins' expertise in the protein and animal feed industry to integrate advanced biotechnology to promote circular economic principles, contributing to environmental conservation and resource optimization. In this way, by fully converting the organic waste into compost and biofeeds, we ensure that your city remains clean and green. Today, the BSF method is being adopted all over the world as an innovative and zero-waste solution to waste processing. We are Fabco Biocycle. We turn waste into wealth for a cleaner, better world. Fabco Biocycle and Bioprotein Technology, a subsidiary of Mukka Proteins Limited.
Thank you. So one of our speaker shareholder, Mr. Keshav Garg, has sent the queries in advance over email. So we will be taking those queries now. So I will read out the question and I request one of the directors to answer the query suitably. First question is, what is the outlook of the company for FY26 in terms of top line and bottom line?
We expect financial year to be 26 to be the year of strong recovery and profitability growth. Revenue should see healthy improvement supported by both core marine exports and new product categories. More importantly, the higher margin profile of the alternative proteins business is expected to deliver stronger growth in profitability. To achieve this, we have done following: acquisition of GSM Marine Exports, FATCO, Bangalore Waste, Value Facility, Mukka Frozen Impex, Mukka Vietnam. Overall, we remain confident that year 2026 will deliver sustainable growth and enhance value of shareholders.
So, what is our steady state EBITDA margin? The second question.
On a steady state basis, on EBITDA margin stands at around 11%.
Next question is, why has our revenue declined by 27% and 30% year on year on consolidated and standalone levels respectively?
The decline in revenue of 27% on a consolidated basis from 13,798 million in year 2024 to 10,064 million in the year financial year 25, and 30% on the standalone basis from 12,685 million in the financial year 24 to 8,867 million in the financial year 25 was mainly driven by price normalization in the global fish meal market. In the financial year 24, El Niño conditions severely disrupted the fish catch in Peru, creating a shortage that pushed prices up sharply and boosted our sales. However, in financial year 25, our supply from Peru and other regions returned, prices corrected, leading to a decline in realizations. Looking ahead, prices have started firming up again and are expected to improve further as we enter the peak season in the year financial 26, combined with the contributions from our new ventures and diversifications. We expect significant revenue growth in the financial year 26 with margin improving as well.
Fourth question was, what were the volumes of fish protein products and insect protein products produced and sold in FY24, FY25? What are the expected volumes for FY26?
On a standalone basis, in the financial year 24, we produced around 22,500 tons of fish meal, 2,200 tons of fish oil, and 4,000 tons of fish paste. Sales volumes during the year were higher at about 87,000 tons of fish meal, 4,100 tons of fish oil, and 9,300 tons of fish paste. In the financial year 25, production was broadly similar with around 33,900 tons of fish meal, 1,600 tons of fish oil, and 3,900 tons of fish paste. Sales volume stood roughly at 79,800 tons of fish meal, 4,300 tons of fish oil, and 7,800 tons of fish paste.
So next question is, what are the margin differentials between fish protein products and insect protein products?
Fish proteins 21.90% to 23%. Insect protein 21%. With the scale, this margin would increase.
Next question is, what was the revenue mix across our product categories?
Our average revenue, about 87% of our revenue comes from the fish meal, around 8% from fish oil, and about 4% from fish soluble paste.
Next question is, what is the estimated market size for insect protein products?
The global insect protein market is currently estimated at around $800 million, and it is projected to grow to about $4 billion by 2035 approximately. Demand is being driven largely by the EU, where sustainable feed solutions are gaining transactions. Insects using significantly less land, water, and feed than traditional livestock, and with lower emission, they are increasingly seen as environment-friendly protein source.
Next question is the acquisition of FAPCO margin accretive? What is the additional revenue we can earn through this acquisition?
The acquisition of FAPCO is strategic step to strengthen our alternative protein vertical and hence the margin over time. FAPCO brings a technologically advanced operation mode, while Entoprotein contributes to India's first large-scale BSF municipal waste experience, along with the strong government relationship. Our turnover from this entity for financial year 2026 is expected to be around 6 crores. Combined with the Entoprotein and Mukka Bangalore operations, insect protein would be around 40 crores.
Next question is, do we have any more acquisitions planned?
Yes, we are in a process to acquire an additional of 11% stake in the associate Ocean Proteins Private Limited. In addition, we are moving forward with the acquisition of Mukka Protein Vietnam, which will strengthen our presence in the key international market.
What is the product-wise capacity post-acquisitions? What is our capacity utilization?
GSM has annual capacity of 7,500 tons of fish meal. FAPCO has a wet waste processing capacity of 35,000 tons annually. Mukka Frozen has a processing of 8,000 tons annually. Mukka Bangalore has a wet waste processing capacity of 300 tons per day and expected to be increasing in the same facility to 1,000 tons per day. Our average utilization is around 35 to 38% in fish protein business.
Next question is, when do we expect to acquire the remaining stake in Entoprotein? Do we plan to acquire the remaining stake from the promoters in other associated companies?
Entoproteins is already a subsidiary of Mukka Proteins Limited with 74% of stake, and our current focus remains on consolidating and strengthening its operations. At this stage, we do not have any immediate plans to acquire the remaining stake in the Entoprotein. We will continue to evaluate strategic opportunities as part of our broader growth and objectives, ensuring that any future decision aligning with the long-term interest of our stakeholder.
Next question is, what is the peak revenue potential with current capacity?
For all practical purposes, considering all the parameters to output 150,000 tons as year can be seen as peak. Insect protein of 15,000 tons a year in short term. We could potentially reach a peak revenue of around 1,500 crores from fish-based product. Insect protein and compost sales could add another 100 crores, including dry fish and frozen fish. This could go up to another 150 to 200 crores.
Next question is, what was the average realization of fish meal in FY25? What is the current realization?
In financial year 2025, the average sale price were approximately 98 per kg of fish meal and 158 kg of fish oil and 42 rupees per kg of fish soluble paste. As of September 2025, market price has been raised. Current prices are averaging approximately to 120.
Next question is, what is our market share in fish meal and fish oil respectively?
We are India's largest manufacturer and exporter of fish meal, and we have a market share of 25 to 30%.
Next question is, why have our exports declined by 30% year on year? What are our export prospects?
Mainly driven by the price normalization in the global fish meal markets. In the financial year 24, El Nino conditions severely disrupted fish catch in Peru, creating a shortage that pushed prices up sharply and boosted our sales. However, in financial year 25, as supply from Peru and other regions returned, prices corrected, leading to a decline in realizations.
Next question is, are we looking to enter any new geographies?
Yes, production front we are actively evaluate both in India and international. In India, we are established presence in eastern region, particularly Odisha. Internationally, under Ocean Aquatic Protein LLC in Oman, we are constructing a third manufacturing facility in Mahut province, which will give a better access to Arabian Sea, Gulf of Oman. Once operational is once operational, this facility will strengthen our production capacity and expand our geographic reach and improve overall operational resilience.
Next question is, has our preferential issue been shelved? So here I want to give an update that as this has been already intimated to the stock exchange also. Majority of the allottees have withdrew their consent to subscribe to the preferential issue. That was the reason we had to withdraw it. So that has been already intimated to the stock exchanges. So I'll come to the next question. How do we foresee the availability of raw material for fish meal given an elongated monsoon season?
Well, an extended monsoon can impact the fish landing temporarily. We have diversified sourcing network and established a relationship with suppliers across multiple regions. This helps ensure a network and established relationship with the supplier across multiple regions. This helps ensure a steady supply of raw for our fish meal production. Additionally, we are continuously monitoring market condition and adjust procurement strategies to maintain consistent operation. Even during challenges weather condition in India, we are establishing a presence in the western region, particularly Odisha, with a new branch that could enable year-bound production, boosting the sales and profitability.
Next question is, do we have adequate supply of BSF? How do we plan to increase our availability of BSF? Where are we procuring our requirements from?
We have an adequate supply of BSFL to support our current operation. Most of our requirements are met through our partner Fabco and Holosense Eco Solution.
What percent of our raw material requirement is met by our associate company?
About 35 to 40% of our raw material needs are met by associate companies.
Okay. Next question is, do we consider Vistar Amar to be our major competitor? Who are the other competitors?
Vistar Amar is active in fish meal industry, but we don't see it as a major competitor given our much large scale, diversified operation and strong export presence. Other players include TJ Marine, RB Aquatic Protein Private Limited, Akash Fish Meal and others. But their role in fish meal is limited to 1 or 2 units compared to Mukka Protein strategic unit locational execution. We remain one of our largest and most trusted producer in India and in the region.
Why have our inventories increased by 33% year on year?
We see this a temporary. Prices have already started improving, and we plan to bring inventory back to normal levels by liquidating the excess during the current peak seasons. There is no significant concerns as our products have a shelf life up to 2 years, giving us flexibility in the margin sales.
What are our pricing agreements? Are we able to pass on raw material price changes to customer?
We don't work on fixed long-term pricing. Our prices follow the market. We manage our procurement carefully, buying when prices are favorable and holding back when they are not. This approach helps us to competitive while protecting margins.
Okay. Next question is, why have export expenses increased while exports have declined?
Freight and logistics costs went up, which increased our exports expenses. We are working on better cost management to reduce this impact ongoing forward.
What are our capex plans for the next 2-3 years?
Our capex plans in this is construction for the third manufacturing facility under Ocean Aquatic Proteins LLC in Oman. This new plant located at Mahut province, which access to the Arabian Sea, will significantly enhance our production scale, strengthen our export capabilities, and improve all overall operations. We will evaluate all proposals at our disposal in immediate appropriate time.
Last question is, where do we see the business growing in the next 3-5 years?
In the coming 3-5 years, we see the growth coming not only from our core fish meal and fish oil business, but also from newest segments such as insect protein, compost, and frozen fish. Our priority is to establish a strong and loyal customer base in these areas and build long-term relationships, much like we have with our fish meal customers over the years. We believe this diversification will strengthen our position, create a new revenue streams, and enhance value for our shareholders.
Yeah.
Okay. So with this, I think we have answered all the queries received from our speaker shareholder, Mr. Keshav Garg. So I request Mr. Balchandra Rao to take over the proceedings.